Well, it is breakfast time, the perfect time to head to the kitchen, and Chef Brian's been missing in action for a little while.
Oh yeah, but he's back, and Lindsay gives us how to boil an egg.
Missing in action. You had me all last week, right?
That's true.
You weren't live though.
He wasn't with us
Well,
in
it depends.
studio.
Live's all perspective, Ron. It's all a perspective.
Okay, so today in kitchen class, I think
Eggs.
this was for me. How to boil an egg, but it's not just how to boil an egg, because even I know how to boil an egg.
Okay, wait a minute, Lindsay. We have to back up on how to boil water for you.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
That's actually very
But
true.
let's talk chemistry for a minute
Okay.
about eggs, because it's very important. Eggs are mostly protein. The egg whites are protein, and so those hydrogen bonds in the protein bind to the shell membrane, which binds to the shell. And if you don't break that bind, you're going to have difficulty peeling those eggs. So what we're going to do is add a teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay.
So into the water that we're boiling,
I've never done this before.
That's a little too much, about half that.
Okay. All right.
This is going to raise the pH in the liquid, and what that's going to do is to create a solution that when I boil the eggs in it, it's going to help break down those hydrogen bonds, releasing that shell from the egg.
Okay,
so once
I never
you
would
get
have
that
known.
in there, I'll turn this on. Go ahead, add 4 eggs into there.
Can we put it in even though the water's not boiling?
You always put the eggs in cold water first.
I didn't know that.
And the reason for that is you want that egg to come up to temperature as the water is coming up to temperature.
I just always stick them in boiling water.
If
So I've been
it's
doing this
boiling
wrong.
already, you put it in there, that outside boils. I mean, it cooks just like that.
Yeah.
So the inside isn't done, and so it takes a little while for it to do. Always add it in to cold water with a little bit of baking soda, and that'll raise the alkalinity or the pH of the water to break those hydrogen bonds. Don't you love talking chemistry?
I love it. That's great. I've never even thought about this.
I must be a real scientist or something.
An actual one.
All right, now here's the other important stage.
Okay.
After the eggs are boiled, I boil them for about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Now when I say boil, that is a simmer. Don't hard boil them, you'll crack them. Once they're done, take them out, plunge them into ice water. This is so important because what happens,
So that's full of ice in there.
Don't tip too
I'm not
much.
going to do.
You know, I'm really special. I have a camera up there. They can see it, and there you go.
That's right.
But what this
There we
does,
go.
just like, you know, with hot and cold on a sore muscle or something that shrinks, expands, cold water is going to shrink the inside of that egg, forcing even more of that shell membrane to separate from the shell.
Okay, so let's try one of these.
These are ready to peel, and
Let's see.
and honestly, I will tell
Let's
you.
see if I can peel it. That's the true test.
There's no foolproof way to eggs.
But this is your best chance.
This is the best chance because you're using the chemistry to actually do it. And if you start to peel and you feel a roughness on there, that is the shell membrane. And what I do is just pinch it and pull it down. And that gives me the break to where it allows for me to
And then
just
you
peel
can just
those eggs
peel it.
off.
I got to find it still.
Yep, see,
I'm-
these are fresh eggs. Fresh eggs
They are fresh, yeah.
don't peel as easily as
Well, look, I just got a
older
huge chunk
eggs.
off there.
As older eggs, and so the mere fact that these are peeling nicely is telling me that we've done a good job.
Yeah,
Now,
that's great.
While
Look,
you're still
huge chunks are
working
coming
there,
off.
I already have some that are peeled that you can see. They do work. It is a great way to do it. It is not foolproof. You still may get an egg that doesn't want to peel easily. It's just, see?
Done.
It's just the best way. And then I always, you know, rinse
Oh,
them
yeah,
so
just
that
if there's
you get
any-
the shell
yeah.
off of them. Always the foolproof way to get those boiled up and done. I'd love to buy like 2 dozen eggs and then just boil them, keep them in the fridge, and then you've got instant breakfast, great protein, or lunch, or snacks, or anything. Peel them up, and then you've got
How
some
long will a
eggs.
hard-boiled egg last in the fridge?
About a week.
Okay.
As long as they're in an airtight container.
Yes.
So just put them
Tupperware or
in like a
Ziploc or
a
something.
Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Keep them in the fridge for a week, and it's a great way to do it. When I go to the grocery store, I'll see these already done. You can buy, you know, peeled
Yeah,
eggs.
but they're so
and
expensive.
so expensive. And so learning the basics of cooking, you're going to have and enjoy eggs at a fraction of the convenience cost of buying them already hard boiled.
And now you've taught us how we can peel them easier.
Yeah.
Because it's always a challenge for me. But that was very fast. I mean, look, I took half the shell.
Yeah, it's
by
very
itself.
easy
That's
to
great.
do, and everybody has baking soda in their house.
It's true. It's just sitting in your cupboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Who knew?
Chemistry.
The chemistry
Interesting.
behind boiling an egg.
I learned something today.
Wow. Good for
Wow,
you.
that's an epic day.
This has been a good day.